Good morning. Today's random word for the day, RWG, is different. Different. Think different. Who said that? Steve Jobs through Apple's ad, one of their ads. I want to be focusing on one thing that's going to be helping in my communication or in applying the golden rule, which is anything that distracts from the message is Luciferian. And I want to really focus on one thing at a time, likely one thing an entire month, so that I don't spread myself too thin in trying to ameliorate and improve all these different communication skills, and instead work on really just nailing one. And so I've chosen that I'm going to try to do the random word generator and tell a story around one. I'm going to tell a story around the one word that has been randomly word generated. So today's word is different, indifferent, coherent, moment. This is not rhyming at all. Different. Man, I just wasted an entire minute trying to think of it. Different. I just saw a golf ball, and the golf ball helped me come up with a story in my mind. And it's less of a story and more of a concept that I'm going to apply to running. In my experience, I have seen that there are two different kinds of games. There's finite games and there are infinite games. And finite games are artificial. They are human created. They encourage competition. They have rules that are artificial. They have ways of judging one's performance that are artificial. Everything about a finite game is competition-based. There's a start and an end to it. The goal is to win. And everything about it, like that soccer field over there, or golf, or any sport that you can immediately think of, is artificially created. It's a man-made construct in order to create competition. And my feeling is that it is, in my opinion, lower level thinking. Anything that comes to a finite sport, because it has a beginning and an end, and everything actually meaningful in life does not have a beginning and end. It encourages competition. Nothing in life really encourages competition. Not even survival of the fittest or Mother Nature. And what it does is it oftentimes builds or creates distraction around the infinite games. And what is an infinite game? An infinite game has no start or no finish. The goal of an infinite game is just to continue playing it. There are no rules. There are no constructs. There is nothing artificial about it. It's expansive and it's collaborative. It, as a byproduct, creates and it doesn't destroy. It doesn't tap into a finite pie. What it does is it actually expands and builds the pie. So here are some examples of infinite games. Art, reading, running, collaborations, tinkering, inventing, problem solving, critical thinking, philosophy, roles. So, being a father, being a husband. It might seem like it has a start. You get married and then you're a husband. You have a child, then you're a father. It's not the case. It's because the role is eternal That role has always been there. It will always be there. And you have taken it upon yourself and you're playing the game. You're playing it. The goal is to play it, to keep playing it forever. So you take on this infinite game or this role, which is fatherhood or motherhood or husband, father, husband or wife. And so I think about this and how do I relate this back to the word different? Different for me is less about, this person's doing X, so I'm going to do Y. And more about, how is the thing that I'm about to do right now encouraging me to play some kind of finite game? And if it in any way influences or encourages or even pushes a finite game or an element of finiteness, I immediately push away. I become indifferent to the idea entirely because I don't feel that it is creating a blue ocean. It's not creating something. It's not encouraging collaboration or creation. And so my feeling is if one wants to be truly different, instead of just doing the opposite of what everyone else is doing, I feel it's such a better question to ask oneself, how is this a finite game? And how can I transform this into an infinite game? How can I turn this competition into something collaborative? How can I eradicate bureaucracy and instead look on collaboration, co-creation? How can I shift this from there's a goal that needs to be won instead of doing everything I can to just continue playing the game? And if you can do that, focusing on asking what I feel is a more elevated, enlightened question. How is this a finite game? And what could I do to transform it, at least in part for myself, to become an infinite game? And think about that and ponder and meditate upon it. You'll start to come up with ideas, opportunities for collaboration, co-creation, and ways to get excited and tweak and refine your life so that you can focus more on doing the thing rather than obtaining something from having done the thing. Because an infinite game in its essence is autotelic. The reward is in the doing of the thing, not in finding something or obtaining something or achieving something from having done it. And that is where I will leave this random word generator today. Different. Different. Different.